Zechariah A. Jackson. Reverend Jackson is founding pastor of the Church of What's Happening Now, located in Plainfield, New Jersey. And now, the town talker, Reverend Zechariah Jackson.
Always good coming to you. You know, this is the Reverend Zechariah A. Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now, Town Talker Talk Show. I tell you, the weather has fooled us. We got so used to, that little cool thing, Now I'm finding I get to use my air conditioner a little bit. I thought we were gonna duck out PSE&G, you know what I mean, for a while, because I think last month my bill was like $25 because I didn't use the air conditioner. But I'm finding that the heat is starting to come, so maybe it'll go all the way into November after autumn coming. But I tell you, we have a show today that we put together every month dealing with the stimulus package. So much that's been heard about that package, and what is that money about? When you hear the United States will give $30 billion or $20 million, let's say, to this nation and that nation. So you're trying to figure out what is the package all about? What's going on? You wonder, what is this money thing about? In the last show that I had, of course, with Joe Matt, former union president of the TWU, we talked about the stimulus package. We had Alicia up here with her. I think she had a program called A Strategy Solution, and it was a good conversation. And Miss Green, she was doing the poems and stuff. So we had a wonderful show last month. I believe it was the 25th, talking about the stimulus package and just trying to figure out where we're going as a nation. I guess that's one of the things that everybody is wondering about. Will there be jobs and stuff? And I guess I have some word I just want to throw out there too to a lot of the young students that's going to college. You hear a lot, and working as a laborer for 26 years now, come in contact with people that went to college. Went, and it didn't seem to work out for them. They say college ain't for everybody or whatever. And then you wonder when you see a good number of people going to school for business. Everybody, got these business degrees and business this and business that, and I just, I wonder that, I know the president was saying that maybe we need to rethink a lot of things with college and think in terms of science, you know what I mean, because perhaps if we have too many people that's going to going to school for business, because you meet them in the everyday work, and they're quick to tell you that, and lifting one of the bags, they're quick to tell you, that I got 4 years of college. Well, that may be wonderful that you have the 4 years of college or whatever, but on this battlefield here, we need you to lift the bag. And I'm not making any mockery of them. I'm just wondering, is there, and we want to get some people in here, and that's why I'm saying it like this right here, perhaps get some of the deans from the local colleges around here and just see, what is it? What's going on? Is college for everybody? Can we all be educated? I think that was one of the things in the 50s that people wanted to know. Can we move to that next level in education, or is it this, or do we send you to school and spend 30 to 100,000 today now just for you to grow up? I want to know if I send you, that I'm getting something out of the deal. So we just want to know that right there. So if anybody out there, whatever, professors or deans, get a Reverend a call, 908-361-2761 at my private number, and we will discuss putting a show together about where should the people go, what should the young people get into in college, because we seem to have today a high college dropout rate today, and it's after 2 to 3 years, and you're already in debt by that time, or, so can we figure out what's going on there? I was talking to Joe Matt the other day about the cars, and, General Motors is going to release this new car called the Chevy Volt. Joe, what do you have on the Volt?
The Chevy Volt's an interesting concept. It's new, but this technology, electric car, it should have been here 30 years ago. Okay, it's leading edge today. Will it catch on? Well, it's got some drawbacks, but when you look at the overall picture, there's really room for improvement on this thing, and I think it could take off, because what we're looking at is with the Chevy Volt is an electric car. And when you first hear, well, it only does 40 miles, it'll only go 40 miles between charges. And that kind of turns you off a little bit, but you got to think about that. it has supposedly has this extended engine, which extended range combustion engine, which I believe will burn ethanol, and that will operate a generator. Once you exceed
Okay.
the 40 miles, it will power the generator that will power electric for the car to go additional mileage.
So we're still looking at we're not looking at a total electric car. We're looking at fuel combustion, but it's going
Well,
to be.
yeah, I guess it's in a sense it's a hybrid, but it does run on electric. The generator doesn't. It's not generator isn't a combustion engine. The generator will generate electricity.
Okay, so
By the way, those are it will operate on lithium batteries, which I think is a promising technology today.
okay, well, and in terms of, so will we have to plug it in? I guess that's what everybody, or will a generator do to charge it up?
What they talk about, and you have to look down the road, is something like smart meters. So you pull into a place where you normally would park.
Sure.
You might want to plug that thing in. Okay, while you're shopping, while you're doing something, it's plugged in, and you'd be charged accordingly. The interesting thing about charging is that it burns about the usage is about 10.4 kilowatts per hour, and that equates to about 1/6 of what a gas engine burns. And in essence, we're looking at it more clearly. It's something like 2 cents a mile, opposed to what an engine today saying would do about 12 cents a mile. And if you, so to charge the electric. Here's the thing: if you look at the numbers, and I'm not an actuary, so I don't do very good with numbers. But if your charging is 80 cents a day, and that would be 40 miles a day for 365 days, that's 14,600 miles. And the cost, and then the cost would be $292, roughly around $300
A year,
a year, if you did that 40 miles a day.
just to 40
Okay,
miles.
right, which is 14,000 miles a year. People at times don't drive longer than 40 miles at one time, and if you're opposed to looking at the 14,600 miles, say at $3.25 a gallon, 30 miles per gallon in a combustion engine, that would cost you $1,581. So you're looking at a savings of not only a savings of $1,289 a year, you're looking at clean emissions.
Very clean.
But it gets further. If you look further, is we got to generate the electricity for the car, and that's true.
Sure.
Well, how do we generate the electricity? We're going to still burn oil and fossil fuel. Then we're still creating
Okay, I understand what you're
pollution. So
saying.
if
Right,
we go
right,
into
right.
a nuclear and we're able to generate that
Sure,
electricity,
sure,
it's a
sure.
plus. But I think it's I
Now,
think it has some.
Well, what about the price tag on a car like that? What are they looking at?
Well, from what I understand, they're talking about $40,000. Remember, it's new technology. You always pay more. But I think the government may get involved with that. You may see incentives for that, for people to get rid of their combustion engine cars and convert. It's not going to happen overnight. I think it's long term. And I think it's something that will be used in the interim, because I think down the road, and I'm looking at maybe 40 years or 50 years from now, I think we're going to be looking at hydrogen power, okay, where fuel is in an abundance because it comes from water.
Sure.
But that technology is a long way off. But it's there. It can
It's
be.
there, yeah,
It's
yeah,
there. It's just not here now.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
And it's a necessity that is the mother of invention, and we're only here with the electric car
Sure.
because of all of what's going on with the economy.
Sure.
We got this big push, and all of a sudden everybody's looking into it. Other things will develop, but it's a step forward. It's a step in the right direction. Is it the answer to everything? No, but it is a step in the right direction.
What would the hydrogen car mean to nations like America in the next 25 years? Are we looking at saving a great deal on a lot with hydrogen?
Well,
It's made out
the
of
hydrogen is, like this is, of course, a lot of leading edge technology, and a lot of it's on the drawing